We found your son, sir. I've got a strike team ready to go in right now.
Tuesday.
Get him out. Get him the hell out of there. They're coming in.
When the dangers are this great.
She's not leaving.
Yes, she is.
You told me you killed Barry. Leave that woman alone. She came after me.
No one is safe.
You don't threaten me. If you don't go in and get him, I'm going in myself.
If he's in that bed, I will blow his brains out.
We gotta go now. What do you mean? We gotta go.
Okay, Oval fans, you just saw the promo for next week's episode, Season 4, Episode 16, entitled Problem Diverted. This will be the final episode of January because, well, this airs on January 31st. Holy crap, this month is almost gone. Alright, synopsis. While Kareem and his cousin Norman bury his difficulty, so it does seem that in this upcoming episode, Barry's body will be removed from the apartment and discarded. Richard is forced to reconcile Nancy's unexpected madness because, well, she's in denial about what she experienced at the compound. Hunter and Victoria discover the truth about Jason just as his life is about to implode. So let's go into the promo. As always, keep in mind this is encompassing both the promo you saw at the beginning of the video as well as the end credit promo you saw at the end of last night's episode. So Richard is trying to get his wife to snap out of it. You've been drugged. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, she went to go see the highest, and then who knows how much of Elder Mother's cooking, you know how it is when it comes to the micro dosage of drugs that these people, you know, give others. But I think you need to remember this all happened in the same day. I know it's been stretched over the course of what, like a month's worth of episodes, but Nancy went to the compound, you know, earlier that day, got, you know, forced into the compound to see the highest. And from there, you know, she's back at the house with the members. So, yeah, this is all happening while Richard was gone to work. So he gets home and finds this foolishness going on. He's going to have questions. But for Nancy to be this indoctrinated, who knows how much of what they put into her system. I mean, because let's be honest here, at this point, it's clear she's not faking it, you know, faking it to the point of, oh, well, I just pretended to be one of their members so I could find Barry or something. But no, that's not the case at all. Okay. So to follow up from that, later on in the trailer, you have Richard on the phone with Sam, basically going, that crazy cult leader, the highest, he was over here last night. He said he killed Barry. Sam's like, he said what? Or he said that, and Richard's like, if you don't go in there and get that MFer, I'm going in myself. Okay, yeah, he has every right to be mad. I mean, when you really think about it, both Richard and Sam had their manhood tried last night, you know, like Sam getting his ass beat in front of his woman, left out in the street. And then Richard, you know, you had the highest daikon, basically a bunch of, you know, cultists in your house. You know, not only did they put their, you know, hocus pocus on your wife, but then it's mentioned that your son is killed. Then they threaten your granddaughter. Then they threaten the life of your wife. They just, yeah, both men really had their manhood tested that night. But yeah, obviously they both want revenge for different reasons. But now it's one of those questions where, Richard, if you take your tail to the gate, don't you already know what's going to happen? Look, man, Sam getting his ass beat was, you know, nothing compared to what the highest said he'd do to you. What do you say? You know, if the government touches down on our hollow ground again, we'll open the gates and then they'll see a body littered, or the front gate littered with the bodies of the 70 children. Callie shall be the first. And we will kill you. Oh, I'm not finished. And we will kill your wife. And if you try to come over there, you will be mine for the rest of your life. I will enlighten you. Basically, Richard will be his new boy. And Richard, trust and believe, you don't want none of that. So, yeah, Richard just know. I mean, it was bad enough that Nancy took her dumb behind there. Look, I don't feel bad for Nancy. I think I said this when she got popped in the head with the, you know, the hilt of that gun. Not the, what was it? Well, basically the opposing end of the gun where the bullets come out. Because of the fact that what was your plan? Like you were just going to go scoop up your granddaughter and leave? Not to mention the fact that Richard, he's been warned about what will happen if he or any government. That's the worst part. Okay, I'll do a separate video about that, but that's the worst part. It's not just Richard coming down there. It's any form of government coming to the compound that could lead to the death of all those children. But moving on to other points, we have Simone, and look, she looking fine. She's talking with Bobby. So you're not going to help me. You should believe your husband, ma'am. And he's telling you the truth. He got to you. So it looks like Simone, you know, after overhearing Eli over the phone with somebody last night, she's even more suspicious of him. And Bobby, maybe Bobby isn't leaving Simone in the dark, but perhaps he's, you know, maybe they're in a certain section of the house, so he doesn't feel comfortable talking about it at that time. Or maybe he's trying to play dumb. I don't know. But, you know, either way, Simone, I don't know. After, I wouldn't say he struck out with Priscilla. Bobby chose to walk away from her. So, I mean, it might be a situation where, you know, things ain't work out with Priscilla. So, you know, if Simone try to press up on me because she wants me to look into, you know, what her husband's doing behind closed doors in terms of shady activity, well, maybe I could work something out with her. I don't know. I think Simone might try to come on to her. I mean, come on to him. I'm just saying. All right. Oh, yeah. Over at Kareem's apartment, you know, him and Norman are inside, and Sharon's like, Kareem, what are you trying to hide from me? Nothing. Boy, open this door. No. Look, Sharon, get. I would say go home, but more like go to Richard and Nancy's house. They need you. They need you over there to see if they can figure out what's going on. You know, she works at a pharmacy. She, you know, went to medical school, so it's possible she might be able to tell somewhat what kind of, you know, if any drugs were put into Nancy's system. So go over there and just leave. Like, ain't no time for that. Okay. So from there, we're over at the hospital, and Officer Heather is telling Donald, you know, again, she's not leaving. Oh, actually, no. Before, I think this is before he comes back into the room or whatever, but Donald is just getting on Lily. Lily's like, I'm not leaving until the doctor tells me I can. Woman, if you don't leave, I will stick my finger right in your wound. And then out in the hallway, the officer's talking with Kyle, saying she's not leaving. Kyle's like, yes, she is. And then, you know, he retorts like, you don't threaten me. Well, chop it up to another, you know, law enforcement going down, opposing the will of this crooked administration. That's all I got to say on that. But let's see here. I think the last parts to talk about, you know, revolve around the Jason plot. Looks like Donald's talking to Hunter. This is like the next morning. We followed your son. We have a strike team ready to go. And then Sam calls Alonzo saying, get him out of there. They're coming. So then Alonzo is freaking out and he's talking to Alan. We got to go. Alan's like, what do you mean? Alan's like, we got to go. I feel bad for Alan. I mean, this is his second time on the run, I think, because the first time, when Donald stopped by, then Grip was trying to kill him, and then him and Priscilla went on the run, and then next thing you know, he out in the woods. Now this time, this crazy first son is hiding out of his apartment. Now a strike team is coming, so now they got to go on the run again. Man, Alan can't catch a break. That's the one question I have for all these people. Why do they still work in this administration? I mean, you could argue if they quit, they'll probably be killed off. That way they wouldn't talk. I mean, I get that, but I'd rather quit and, you know, try to leave as opposed to stay there working, thinking every day I'm going to be offed anyway. I mean, how can you go to work like everything's normal? But that's pretty much the promo for next week in a nutshell. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. And I'll catch you in the next one.